Okay, so last two classes we learn about how to install Node.js, how to set up the React project. Okay, so we'll discuss one more time. So this is the React Node.js official site. You can download it from here. Okay, click on download. You will get either for Windows, Mac, or Ubuntu, where you want. You can install it. Okay, after that, what you have to do first? First, we have to do npm install -g create react app. Means you have to install this create react app command globally in your system first. Then with the help of npx you have to create a project like npx create react app, and whatever the your project name you will give this. Okay. One. See. So like how you have to do npx create react app. Okay, npx create react app. After that we'll give a space and we'll give the project name like my app or something you can give. If you press enter it will start creating the app. So I have already this. So let's, so first you have to check like if you are a window then do dir. If you are in linux just do ll or ls. See, I am on windows so it's not taking the command. If you give dir, see, you will get all the folder inside that path. So if you check over here, yeah, my app I have already created, so I will go inside that folder. Okay, so now I have to change to the directory. I have to change to the folder. I have to go in inside that folder. So how I will give, we will go with cd change directory and whatever the name it is, not this my app, my underscore app. Okay, if you press enter now you can see you are in my app. If you do code dot, so it will open the same code in VS code dot a space dot. So if you press enter you can see this code we already open. Now you want to start write this app, then there is a command called npm start. See, okay, it will start over here. So I'm closing this. I'll use this Chrome one. So this is running over here, right? Okay, cool. So first we'll do the revision, then we will take the other classes. Okay, so now we also discuss there are few folder structure. One is node module, that is all the dependencies installed, so we do not have to touch this node module. After that there is a public and src packet.json. These all three are important. So if you check over here inside the src there is a main file called index.js. See, index.js. So here it's taking that, see here it's taking the root which is already present in the public index.html. See here, cool, and inserting all the things inside the root div. So even we didn't have to touch this. Okay, so these are the main, but we have to consider, right, we have to consider app.js is our main. Here app.js is our main file to, or main file to enter in this project or integrate in this project. Okay, so now we can see this is our main app. So here we can say we have created few things. Cool. After that we learn about the JSX. What is JSX? Okay, so we didn't uh, go in deep for the JSX, but we know like initial like how we JSX work, what is the principle of JSX. So like this is the return, right? And we also learn what is the function, how many type of variable we can create. So again we will repeat this. Okay, so JSX means JSX, whatever the you can see over here, all the HTML tag, it's not a actual HTML, it's a JSX. We cannot write directly HTML in JavaScript .js file. If you have to write direct div and all thing, you have to write in .html file, not in .js file. So JSX is somehow similar, not somehow, like it's almost similar to the HTML content or HTML element. Okay, so we can directly use, we don't think it's HTML or JSX, but actually it's a JSX, but we will use as it is, which is in JavaScript. Okay, so the main principle is, if you create one more thing, right, just break it first. Yeah. Okay, so the main principle is JSX expression must have one parent element. Means in JSX, like if there is any function or return function, you cannot return two elements at same time, right? Like here, there is one. After that, there is one more, two. So you have to create. You have every time you have to send one. How you will do? Either you will wrap it like this, full, okay, or else you will write your code in such way that will come in one only. So like you have to write this, you will press enter. Keep this div as one parent or one wrapper. Okay, cool. So this much we know as of now, and we also learn about how to create a component. Okay, so if you have to create any component, first we were doing like we were importing the necessary things like React we installed. After that, we created one function. Okay, inside that we were returning the same same as the app, and then we are exporting the thing. If you are creating any product or any component, they have to export, otherwise people will not be able to use. So first we were importing this, sorry, after creating that we were exporting this, then we were using inside that app.js. See, like first again, suppose we want to use the new layout thing. So first we will import new layout, then we will use over here. First we have to import, then you have to use. Okay, suppose you want to or like have some sweets, right? So what, directly you can't eat. First you have to bring from market, right? Then you will eat. So first you have to import it from here. Okay, then you can use it. Okay, cool. Till now we know this. Okay, so we'll move to the JavaScript few syntaxes. First we will learn, then we'll come here. Okay, so if you want to, like how I'm going to write over here, you can go to the source, or you can check over here, there is snippet करके you can create one. Okay, so now we know how we can create variable. Okay, so again we will create a variable. So we can basically create variable by three types: let, var and const. Okay, so before that, before the ES6 we were using var only. Okay, so if you have to create any name is equal to something or some value you can give. Let's give anything. RK I am giving. Okay, cool. There is one variable called name. If you want to create other variable, either you can use var or you can use let age is equal to, either you can give a number also, 36. Cool. Const gender equal to male. Okay, so you can see we have created three variable with three different type. First we have created with var, then we have created with let, then we have created with gender. So basically, if you are giving variable with const, okay, so it means the value of this gender will not change. it is a variable. It is not a variable, it's a constant. Okay, these two we can change. Like if as of now its name is RK, maybe it's a PK or something. As of now its age is 36. By mistake someone has put, so we can change to 26. Okay, but if you are giving gender as male and created with const, we cannot change the value of this. Like how we can print in JavaScript. So there is console.log that is used to print any variable. So like if you do name, age and gender, cool. If you run it, you can see RK36 and male. Got it? Okay. So now you want to change the value of 1 minute. Hmm. Now you want to change the value of RK name. Let's change the value PK. Okay, so this time we are not giving variable because we already, like here we are not giving var. Okay, if we give var, it will be become a different variable. If you want to reassign the value or change the value, just take a name. If the variable is already assigned, just take a name and change the value. The same thing over here. Age is equal to 26, yeah, 23. Okay, cool. First change this two and check. Okay, so now it's coming PK, not RK. PK, age is 23 and male. Okay, now try to change the value of gender. Something you are given. Okay, other. Cool. Let's try this. Some issue is coming, right? What the issue is? Type error. Assignment to the constant variable at means it's telling line number 6, assignment of constant variable you are doing. You are giving reassigning the value which is constant. Okay, you cannot change the value of this because you have given constant, so it will not work. Cool. Okay, so as of now, just know these are the differences. Going forward we will go in deep and learn about the let var const differences, but as of now we need at least bare minimum to start with React. So now we know how we can create any variable, right? You can say, right? Anyone?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so we know like how we can create variable. Now I'm just removing it. Now we'll come to the function. Cool. So now you have to just revising because yesterday we didn't take any class, so just revising all the things we did. So now we'll take any function, like if you have to print your name, okay, or you have to add to number, so like that. So let's give sum. Cool. So this is the function syntax. Okay, now we'll return 4 plus 5. Cool. So now we have created one function. Okay, so you have defined the function. Now you have to call this sum. Okay, you can say 9. Okay, so as of now we can say we are just doing the hard code thing. I want like whatever the value I am giving, you have to add that number. So suppose it will take two argument, a and b, and it will add a and b, a and b. Okay, so now just do it. My function is like this. Just do it. See, not a number because you are not giving any value. So now we'll give 2 and 3. So it will consider a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3 because it will take a reference. Okay, so now we'll do it will become 5. So we can create a function like this, or else what you can do, we can convert this function as arrow function also. Okay, so how we can convert this arrow function? First remove this, do this, and simply this, nothing else. You can directly do also. If you do not want to use a normal function, if you do not want to use every time write the function, simply write this sum is equal to and whatever the argument we are passing in that bracket, and that equal to and greater than marks. This look like arrow, that's why it's even the function name is arrow. And we can say even that fat arrow or arrow function. If someone say fat arrow or arrow function, just do it there. So even going forward, we know that what is the differences of a function or arrow function. Okay, so now even print this, it will give save result. Cool. Now we want some multi. Okay, cool. To return, we want to take two reference, two variable here, a into b. Okay, now call this function multi and pass that 14 5 into 67. We have to multiply these two number. Okay, this is your value. Cool. So now we can check even like how we can create a function. Okay, now we'll come to know that what is object and what is array. Okay, now you have to store some value, like you have to store your some marks, how we will store, or you have to store your 10 friends name, how we will store. Like let's create one first variable, let. You can use let, var or const, but make sure if you use const you cannot change the value. So use either let and var. If you think like okay, we are not going to change the value of this variable, then only use const. Okay, depend on your requirement. So now I am going to create one variable. Okay, one array first. So let give friends, yeah, or a student is good. I want only a student name. Okay, so how we will do? See, if you have this a square bracket means this is an array. Okay, if you have a square bracket means this is an array. Okay, if you see like okay, this variable has defined with within this square bracket, there is some value, then this is a array. Either you can do 1 2 3 something, or else you can give it tk tk rk. Okay, now you want let's give name only, a student name. So you can store multiple name at the same time. How you will do? You cannot store, right, like this. See, you cannot store. See, it's giving some error, right? So if you have the multiple value, how you will do that? A store in array. Okay, a store in array. So this is what array. Okay, cool. Now I want a student detail. Okay, like one a dk student detail. So it's come in the curly bracket, and here the value is in key and value. It is a like it is in a pair of key and value. So like here give that name is equal to dk, age is equal to 24. Okay, something you can give, or else you can give mobile, and just give gender is equal to male. Okay, you can give other detail also. As of now I'm taking three properties and his value. Okay, so now you can see if you have direct value to a store like name only, dk, pk, rk, that they were doing in variable called a student name, and the type of this is like array. It is a array. You are storing an array. Okay. So when you will store in, okay. So when you will store in object and when you will store in array. The one question is right. So now if you want like a variable type is a student name, you want only the name, direct value of that, not with what is the key of that value. Okay. So that kind of thing you will store in array. Okay. But if you want to take detail of a student like what is name, what is age, what is gender, what is mobile number, what is parent name, these are detail, so you cannot store in that, right? So you will not know for which student this detail are, so you have to store in object. So how object work? This is what object. Anywhere you see bracket in curly bracket in javascript, consider this is a object. If you see a square bracket, this is an array. Okay. So now you can see now you can see that I have one student detail. Okay. A student detail I have where name is dk, age is 24, gender is male. Okay. A student. Okay. A student is this. Cool. So this is an object. This is an array. Got it? Anyone? If you guys have to response, right,
Sir.
then
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay. So as of now, like at least you can recognize which one is an array, which one is an object. Okay. Why we use array? Why we use object? So if you have to store value in variable in key and value pair, like I want to give, okay, name is this, age is this, gender is this, email is this. So this kind of thing you have to do in object, because this is the key, this is value, this is the key, this is value, this is the key, this is value. Here these all are value, 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 because we were storing only a student name, not other details. Okay. So you can directly put the value, value, multiple value directly you want to use array. If you want to use the value with key like name, decay, age 24, then you have to use object. Okay. So now now if you want to add any, like if as of now if you console it, let's console it first. Console dot log. Okay. The best way to check how it's coming, see a student name, after that console dot log a student. Okay. Just press enter. Okay. Now you can see first one is a array, and you're saying three elements are there, dk, pk, rk. So now you can see there is 0 1 2 3, so it's showing. So in programming world, index start with 0, not with 1. So you can check if you want to take that. Okay. On 0 index, what is the value? Dk. On one index 1, pk. Index 2, rk. Basically length of this is 3, but it start from 0. So 0 1 2. Okay. So you can check 0 1 2. Okay. Now we also print that this object. So now you can check name is equal to 24, this gender is equal to male. Okay. Age is equal to, like age is equal to 24, name is equal to dk. Okay. So now you can check object and array how it look like in a console. Okay. Now if you want, if you want to get the value of dk, how you will get? See, just do the console dot log. Okay. I want to get the value of dk. मुझे चाहिए the value dk from this array. So how we will do that? First you have to do this array. After that you have to give the index, which index you want to take. So if you want to take rk, which index we will take? 0 1 2. So if you give 2, let's print this. Okay, so if you print this, the rk is coming. If you want to take dk, so dk is on 0 index, 0th index. So now if you print, dk is coming. Okay, if you want to take pk, so how we'll do? 1, right? Cool. Okay, pk. So if you have to take the value from the array, how we will do? Array name, bracket, and whatever the like index of that value you can put, you will get the value. The same thing, how? As of now, just comment it out. How you can access any variable or value from this object? How you will do that? Just do the console dot log. Okay, whatever the name of this object, and then you have to give dot. If it is object, then because you have to access the key, dot name. Okay, if you give dot name, so what it will print? dk. What is the name of this student? Is dk. If you want to check the age, so how will do? Age. Okay, 24. If you want to use gender, cool, male. So at least you know, right, how we can create an array, how we can get the value from array. Okay, how we can create object, and how we can get the value of object. Object name dot key name, right? If you give, you will get the value. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Okay, cool.
Sir,
Huh.
if we have to enter 10 students' name and age and gender, then how we will do? We have to
Can
write
you come?
10.
Can you come again? Sorry.
If we have to enter, sir, details of 10 students, then how we will do? We will
Okay.
write all this in 10 times.
Uh, there is one way. There is one way. You can write 10 times, but there is a different way also. Like if it's a 10 student, okay, we can do manually. What will happen if it is a thousand or lakhs of a student, right?
We can
So
use for loop or something.
yeah, yes, yes. So next lecture or next classes will come to know like how we can iterate this, okay, and how we can
Yes, sir.
iterate and get the value of this. As of now, we'll go through a step by step. First we will know how we can define it, how can we get the value from this. Okay, then we will
Yes.
iterate it and get it. So as of now, we will today we'll first initialize, get the value, and push some value, add some value. Okay, so now
Okay.
we can say we have created one variable like a student name, that is an array. Second is student, that is an object. Now we also check how we can take value from object and value from array. Now if you want, now I'm just removing this console. Okay, if you want to push something, if you want to add some new name, how we will do? If it is array, then a student name, the array name dot push. Cool. Dot push, here I am giving my name nk. Okay, cool. And just check what is the output of this. So as of now, you can see, as of now, the value was dk pk rk, but after that you are pushing this value in this array. So let's check the result. So now dk pk rk and nk. If you want to push one more, dk. Okay, Remove it.
Sir, we can give a comma near the MK and we can put a GK or something.
Let's try
Can
this.
we put in?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever thing come in your mind, we'll try this. If you get any error, the best way of learning, right? Do whatever things, just do it. If you get the error, we'll resolve it and we'll know, okay, either we can do it or not. Okay, cool. So first we'll
Instead of writing a student name dot push once again, we can put a comma near
got
MK
it,
and we
got
can
it, got it. We'll do that. First this one, first we will do this, then we will try that also. Okay. So now we will do this. Now you can say RK, NK and GK. Okay. Now if you remove this, let's try this. Called something TK. Okay.
uh,
Now cool. Okay. If you want to push other thing also, you can do it. Okay. But
so we can separate with comma, na?
yeah, yeah, you have
And we
to do
can
separate with the comma. Okay. Or else, if you want to push this in array itself, if you make it this array, right? Whatever thing if you push,
square bracket.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it will come. You can see, inside the this array there is a tk, pk and rk, and index of 3 you can say whatever the value of that array was pushed, you can check over here. So anything you can push, but better way you can there is a syntax called a spread operator and all thing. With the going forward we will do that also. Okay. So now you know at least how we can push the value of inside that array. Okay. Now we want to check how we can create a different key, a new key in object, because here in object the value is like in key and value pair, right? This is key and this is value. Okay, now I want to add some new key. So how we'll do that? A student will give the bracket. Here we will give like something like class. I can give 6. Okay. Now to comment this and open a student. Now you can see previously there was 3 key: name, age and gender. Now we are going to add this class. So we will check name, age, gender and class. So there are multiple way you can all directly also push, but use this as of now. Okay. So now we know at least what is object, what is an array, which kind of data we will push in object, which kind of data we will push in array, how we will get it data, how we can push the data. These all things we know, at least we know. Okay. So now we will move to React section. Cool. Okay. So, okay. So as of now we know the variable, function, array and object. These three things, 3 or 4 things we know. Cool. So now if I want to use, let's create one variable called let name is equal to Gaurav. Okay. Gaurav Kumar. Now you want to use this variable over here. How we will do that? So let's create a here div, and you want to use this like my name is. Okay. After that I want to use the variable of this. So I will do, let's give name. First give name and check either it's working or not. Do a step by step. If you this is the variable, if you directly use it, what will happen? Just do it here. It will show my name is name. It's not taking the variables value is not coming, directly giving the name, whatever the name you have given. So if you want to like get the value of this variable, just do it in curly bracket. Any variable if you give in curly bracket, it will work. Cool. Now if you check, my name is Gaurav Kumar. Okay, my name is Gaurav Kumar. So if you have a variable you want to use, you want to show some here, how you will do? You have to write inside the curly bracket. Got it? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we know how we can use variable inside that. Okay. And where you will create the variable. Either you can do it here or do it here. Okay. You can create variable here also. Okay. You cannot create variable inside that. So if you give here, it will not work. So you have to always create outside of the return. Okay. Return, inside the return you will write only the thing which you have to render on the page. Okay. Either or else you have to return as a result. Okay, if you are creating any function and you want to use it, just do it. Okay, now we'll create some of the, 1 minute, I'm just removing this. Cool. Either we can create over here or we can create one more page. What will be the name of this page? Can you suggest someone? Someone can suggest name of this page? Anyone?
Assignment,
Sorry,
assignment or something.
assignment. But this is not assignment. Okay, this is for, okay, cool. So now first of all we have to create this component. So okay, do this, import react. Okay, after that const, whatever the name of this, assign. Okay, this is the arrow function. If you see this kind of syntax, you can get it, this is arrow function, or you can say fat arrow function also. After that every function has the return things. Okay, inside that just create one hello. Okay, here sport default, whatever the assignment, whatever the name of this component, you can do it. Okay, now our component is ready. Okay, ready to use, and up to us like where we want to do. So let's comment all the things, just commenting out. And now I want to use in app.js directly. So what is the name of our project, our component is assignment. So first of all I have to import it over here, right? Or else you have to import it, then you can use it, or else directly auto import also happen if you do assignment. So you can see suggestion is coming. If you click over here, you can check assignment is already imported. Now you can use it. So if you go over here, after that React tutorial, my name is Gaurav, and here you can see hello. Okay, cool. So now I am going to learn something called state. Okay, now I am going to learn something called a state in React, how we can create a state. Okay, so there is a way. I'm going to write, first we'll give some variable. Let or const, give const. Okay, cool. Or else it will get confused as of now, just give let. I want to create one a state called name. Okay, after that I want to give one more function, like this is the state name, and I want to get the function that will change the value of this state, like set name. Okay, then you will use useState. See, useState, from where it's coming? It's coming from the React. React and useState, it's coming from the React. Okay, now you can give initial value name is equal to something, or else you give Nishant. Nishant. Okay, so as of now, if you want to create any state, so how we will create the state? Let a square bracket, there will the a state name and the function which will change the value of a state, and you have to give useState, that will come from the React. And here you can give initial name, like what will the initial value of this name. Okay, so I'm just giving Nishant. So now I want to use this hello. After that, give one more div or some h1 h2. Let's give h3. Cool, just close it. h3. Now I want to use this variable. So how we will use this variable? If we give name, it will not work. It will show hello name. But if you want to use this variable inside that, so you will do curly bracket. Now you can check hello Nishant, right? Now I want to create one more thing. Let age, and then I will give the function name which will change the value of this age. Set age. It's not like you have to give every time set age. Any name you can give. You are free to use. Now again you will use useState. Here you will give like age is 45. Okay, here I'll give h3, and here give your age is. Then again we will use this variable called age. If you are using any variable, put inside that curly brackets. Now you can see hello Gaurav. Sorry, hello Nishant. Your age is 45. Okay, cool. So now we can create any kind of a state like this. And what is a state, we'll discuss in next class. First we'll go with will familiar with that what is the state and all thing. Then once we will at least we know something, then if we explain the things, you will get very easily. Okay, so now there is a one button, there is an okay, let's make it the assignment. I was just showing how we can use this. Okay, now just create one button class name. I think I'm already using the bootstrap. Let me check. Inside that, yes, inside that I have imported that CDN. Okay, so now we will give btn primary. This is the bootstrap classes we can use. Here we can give click me. Any name give inside the button. Click me. Okay, we can check. Okay, now our requirement is, if I click here, the value of name will change. Okay, cool. So first of all, we have to create one function. Okay, const, or you can give, make it const only, because const, and give handle name. Again make it arrow function. Cool. So we have created one function handle name. Okay, here I want to change the value. We can use directly also, but for learning purpose, we at least we want to know how we can create the function also. Here I want to give Gaurav. Okay, okay, now we have created this function, but we are not using. Okay, see. So when we have to use, so we have a function ready for change value, change the name. Okay, but when we have to change the name, on click of this button, understand, the function is ready, handle name function that will change the value from Nishan to Gaurav, because this is the that state name, and with the help of set name we will change the name of this. So as of now we have created this function, but when we have to use it, okay, you are not going office in night, or you are not morning. If it is scheduled right, then you are going. So there are some scenarios when you are going, or you are not having food every time. If you are feeling hungry, then you are doing, right. So same way, when you have to change the name, the requirement is change the name. If someone will click on this button, then this will change. Okay. So now on button there is an event called on click. On click. Okay. On button there is event called on click. So on click you have to call this function. Okay. You have to call this function. Now this function I am using on click. Okay. So let's check first either this function is calling or not. We'll change later. First you have to check this function is calling or not. So we'll give console dot log. Here we'll give something, you can some text also you can print. Cool. Now we will inspect it. We'll go inside console and do 1 minute. Now if you click over here, you can see okay, this text is coming in console. See, inside the console you can see, if you see, if you click 8 time, 9 time, 10 time, 11 time, the function will call. Every time on click, this function you are calling. Okay, got it. Now you want to change the value of this name. So simply, cool, just refresh this page. Now click on this. So as of now name is Nishan. Our requirement is once we click on this name, click me, the name will change. It will become Hello Gaurav. So let's do it. See what is happening here, become the Hello Gaurav. So first console is also printing, right. This is why we are using console, for check only. Okay, either its function is working or not. If you are while clicking or in this function, whatever we define, it's working or not. Okay. So there's nothing other use, only for console and checking purpose we will use that. Okay. So now at least we know how we can create a component, how we can create a state, and how we can change the value of a state. Okay. And how we can use the state. There is a, okay, you want to uh, change button, button for age also you can create, but that we will do it tomorrow. Okay. So first of all what we did, we have created one state. Okay. After that we have created one more state called age, and the one function that is used to change the value of this. Okay. After that I have created one function that we use when we will click on click function. We can directly even use this function. This is also one function. You can change here also itself. Here also directly we can use, and we can pass the value like something, some name also we can give, but we'll do later. Okay, as of now we'll follow this approach only. Okay. So now if you click over here, Hello Gaurav is coming. Previously it is Nishant, right? Okay, Nishant. Now it says Gaurav. Okay. So now one by one we'll learn the functionality, and there are two main things. One is state and second is props. If you complete these two, almost you've completed 30 to 40% of React. How to use a state and props. This is a state. Okay. First you have to create it. Then you can use inside anywhere in the render pages, like hello Gaurav or hello Nishant or hello, and whatever you use you can do it, depend on your requirement. And after that there will be some button. On every button there is an event called on click. Okay. So if someone will click on that button, means this on click event will fire. or triggered. Okay, so inside that we were calling this handle name function, and that name function will change the name from Nishant to Gaurav. Got it? We'll send you this code only, this line of code. Okay, you can create a component assignment, you can use it in your app.js. If you face any issue, just let me know. Okay, we'll discuss. First try this, I'll share this code with you guys. Okay, any doubt till here? Anyone?
No, sir.
Divakar, Pavitra, Sanjeev, any issue, bro?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
No, Nishant.
okay, at least if you're getting 10% of this also, this is more than enough. We will practice multiple time. Okay, the going classes, right? We'll this practice this multiple time, so we'll get at least 100% of this in this class. If you're getting 10% also, right? If you're just getting familiar with this also, that is fine. Okay, okay, then I'll share the code for today class.